Today's tale sees us playing BattleTech once again, and today we're up against Geo Black. And I am running pretty much a fit that I saw the other day of a Atlas and a bunch of lights in the 20mm bracket. It's not the most well-rounded of fits, but it is, I don't know, I think it's comedy. I think it's gold. And I am gonna absolutely hammer people apart, hopefully, with it. So we're going to try and get a couple of units towards the front. We're going to try and keep our commandos around the back here. I don't particularly want them getting shot at first. I also have Arclight here running as one of my commandos, just so that we can get a little bit of advantage on the initiative, hopefully. Not that it really matters. I mean, we got the Atlas. We're probably going last. I cannot imagine he has another assault here. He'll quickly know what we have as soon as he pings the line. As soon as we hit initiative, he'll see that I've got an assault here. So if he's running a well-rounded fit, couple of mediums, couple of lights, maybe even a heavy, he'll probably push into this. I mean, this bad boy, he's not exactly massive on his own. But if you give him time to beat you down, it will be a little harsh for you. He's got a 2D as well. Alright. Alrighty. The other thing is I've got two sensor lockers here, so we're kind of looking to... He's got exactly the same fit. Okay. Interesting. I wonder if he's got a Atlas then. Wow. I was really not expecting to see a mirror match. Most people at this point in time are running, you know, the sort of dual or triple mediums and a light, or a couple of lights, a medium and a heavy. But yeah, I've started experiencing people running assaults apparently. It could still be a an awesome back here. You have to excuse me, I'm a bit sick at the moment, so if I do cough and splutter and I'm a bit slow, then, well, there is me being a bit sick. But yeah, it could be still an awesome. He could have upscaled a couple more of these, although you can't really upscale too far. The best you could do with this amount of lights is, actually one of these could be, you could upscale, because you could have Arclight and a medium, and then everybody else sort of rocking around. I have a feeling this guy is relatively new though. If he's running all of his mechs right now, then he's got a serious issue here. We're just going to go right down to the last phase. Because he's moved two mechs at once, he's stuffed himself somewhat for this first phase. Now he's got a choice. It's going to make him go first right now. Oh no, it should make me, right? So what we want to do is we want to move blockade here, because we don't particularly want everybody to get shot at. So what we're going to do is we're going to move blockade probably around the back here. Actually, we might give him a target. Might give him a target indeed. If it's an awesome, we don't particularly want it having direct fire. So we'll probably take to over here somewhere. I'll do a move and a brace. And we'll see if we ping anything else out. He might pick on Witness still, which would be a little unfortunate for us. But we'll move here, we'll brace up. We'll make him think maybe I'm out of trees. Maybe I moved a little silly. I doubt he'll take that bait though. You never know. If he moves this commando only a little, then we will just jump all over this to grab a couple of sense locks on this. We could probably get him down to, unless he sprints, we could probably get him down to no evasion here. Alright, so he's either got, he's got nothing that can do anything back, I think, here. So we're going to jump, we're going to lock this guy. I want to kind of jump that we have enough that he can't move too far back. But I also want to stay out of sort of range here. We're a little confined for that, so we're going to jump over here. We'll lock this guy. And we'll start shredding some of this evasion here. Okay, so he did actually move that last. I wonder if he's going to sprint it back. He can't sprint too far back or else he drops. Might be his plan. He might want to just sprint back here. And drop sensor lock on us. Which is a viable plan. Because right now you probably don't want to just move over here and get sensor locked again. Especially with a LRM-20. I mean, you've got to guess right now that there's a possibility of an LRM-20. No, sir. No, that is crazy, my friend. Absolutely crazy. Alright, we've only got 60% chance to hit here, though. So it's not too crazy. We'll probably just move to here. It's outside of his lock range. Hopefully there's nothing sitting in here, because that would make everything a little awkward, although our range already is probably covering that. So we'll cover this distance. We'll jam him up with some LRM-20s. We will make him hurt pretty substantially. You'd have to kind of... Oh, I don't know if you'd expect Apex here or not, but... woo, baby. That is some damage and a half. I mean, it's a commando, right? It can take it. It can take it, but not sure how much of that you want to be taking. He's probably going to have to consider moving up soon. I think if he moves up, we're going to look at maybe shredding off. We're probably going to take a sprint around this way, actually, with Arclight. More towards the back. I just don't want anything sort of sneaking over this way and getting in on us. I'm going to concentrate maybe on the lights here. I mean, we've got the breaching shots here. We can go through any brace. The alternative would be going for the heavy, and the heavy's probably going to last too long. Whereas if we can get some of these lights off, we can outnumber the guy and be fairly happy here. Once you start outnumbering an Atlas, even if it's lights, you start doing a fair bit of damage. The other worry that we have to be concerned about is the fact that we're going to give up. He could lock this now, actually, and do a bit of damage here. Would you do that, though? It'll be our start. He hasn't sensor locked us. This guy hasn't moved that far. We'll reserve, though. He should this turn round probably get the reserve thing and reserve into me all the way down, which would be the smarter of the options here. Come on, sir. You got to reserve. Right now, you'd be better off reserving, because you don't want to let me have a whole bunch of goes right at the end. Alright, so this looks pretty much like a mirror of what I picked, which cracks me up a fair bit. Now, if he sensor locks our Atlas, what we're going to do here, so he's going to reserve. Alright, it's my turn. Now, I think what I've got to do here is probably move this. What we might do is we might swing Witness over with a jump and probably go for a lock on probably the Panther here. I don't know if I can get my turn back before he does. I kind of want to swing around into a forest, because now I'm exposed with the Atlas, which is a little scary. I maybe shouldn't have moved the Atlas out of the trees. If we are rocking exactly the same fits, it's going to be pretty hilarious as well. We might actually go for a lock with Arclight first here. And the reason I'm going to go with Arclight first is I might be able to shoot this Panther a little with the PPC as well. Alright, so he's got nothing going here. I have a distinct feeling I can't get this back to my turn unless I reserve down enough, which means my Atlas is going to take a chunk load of damage, actually. He could maybe sensor lock this. One evasion. I'd assume the commando's got sensor locking. I've actually stuffed up my positioning pretty badly here, being out of trees. We definitely... I'd hazard to guess he's got an Atlas there, and I'd hazard to guess he's got an Atlas with Apex as well. If this sensor locks... we could think about swinging... Okay, that probably braced there. So he's moved everything. We're definitely going to get jammed up here. Which is not a great situation. This is definitely not what I wanted, actually.
What can I do for you?
So we could probably get this guy. He's got no vision here. We could think about giving vision from here and then using the commando to fire as well. We probably need to start looking at maximizing a bit of damage here. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. It's all for the glory, right? All for the glory. Okay, you sir have no evasion. We'll probably just jam him into you then. Changed my mind. Since he has no evasion on this thing, we could probably get some decent damage done on this guy. He has no vision. Pretty happy with that. Next turn, we're probably going to look at having a fair bit of a fight here anyway. I'm pretty happy. I don't really want to be on this rubble, and I can't fire from here. Wow, the options are not great. So what do we get from here? 65s. Start doing some decent damage to this guy, and then we hit him with the alarm 20s, I guess. Hope that we sort of rock his world. We are exposing ourselves a fair bit. He will be able to fire in with possibly his own stuff here. I'm probably okay with this. It's a fair bit of a risk. Because next turn you just turn into these and you come in for blockade. Blockade's got a bit of evasion, so she can probably, well, he can probably get out here.
All weapons, fire.
Still a fair bit of a risk. Just jamming myself out in the open against these little commandos. Alright, we're gonna get shot by an LRM 20 here. This is not what it's not ideal. It should be an Atlas, I'd say. Luckily it's his turn first, I guess. We could probably get ourselves into maybe over here, depending on how many weapons I can fire. We could maybe look at doing some serious damage to this commando. I have to be worried about focus. Oh, here it comes. Alright, wasn't so bad. Where is that Atlas? He's way at the back.
Standing by.
Alright, so we can get some direct fire here. Still no trees. What kind of chances do we have? 90. It's a real worry that we have no trees, though. I'm not too happy about that. 90 against this. We'd probably get shot by a PPC from here. This guy might come in. You know what? We're going to rotate our mech here. And I think we're just going to wade in and go ham. He will be able to direct fire on us. You know what?
Moving out.
Let's just brawl. Let's brawl now. Let's do it. Straight away. Come on down, Mr. Atlas buddy. And fire.
Engaging target.
9 seconds. Not bad. If we can group up and maybe do a fair chunk of damage to this guy, we'll be pretty happy. He's got to consider the fact that this guy is pretty wrecked here. I mean, do you start backing this out?
What do you need?
Do you start backing that out? You know what? We'll see what he does. He might back it out. He might actually charge forward. I mean, if he can group up a lot of damage on my Atlas, then he can be in a better position when his Atlas gets in. And an Atlas on an Atlas fight with focus, I mean, it's going to be pretty brutal, right? It's just going to be who can hold bits on the longest. Alright, so he's backing that one up. He's probably bracing it behind those trees there. We're just going to reserve down again.
Got it.
What I would prefer is if he actually reserved into me now. I might be fairly happy to move my Panther this way and this that way and keep hassling this thing down. Is he coming in for vision with his own Panther? If that sensor locks, that has no brace or tree cover there. There's no sensor locks coming in. There's got to be a sensor lock probably coming in from this guy then. If I was him, would I consider changing my targets up here? It's interesting that he always moves 2. And then has one reserved. If we move here, I don't think he has sensor lock pilots here at all. I could risk the jump here. It would give us a fair whack of evasion. We don't want to give him any vision, is what I would prefer. 4 evasion to here. It's going to keep us pretty hot. We'll jump here. We'll try and get an idea of what's going on. We'll rotate a little. And then we'll see what we're fairly happy with. I think I'm probably happy with a brace over... put in the PPC into this guy. I think we'll do that instead, actually. He might turn this. He would shred 2 evasion, would be down to 2. He rocks over here, sensor locks this, fires him with this. He might be able to get, I don't think he'll be able to get all of his weapons to bear, but he might be able to get a fair few. Alright, so it's my turn. So if I reserve, it's his turn here. What's he looking for?
Yep.
Is he looking for a focus? I don't want to move in. I could come in pretty hard. Arclight. Can you fire at all? You cannot.
Yeah.
Do I look to do this? He has no vision. We'll have 4 evasion here. Do I trust in that evasion? I think I have to.
Position confirmed.
I think I have to trust in the evasion. Try and get this guy out first. Start moving on the Panther. Man, that is hurting pretty sore on those hit chances though. Apparently this pile of rubble here is really in the way. Right, so we should be able to do this guy in with the
Waiting for the right move.
with the Atlas. He'll probably reserve down. Whether he swings around this way enough, I don't know. I don't know about all this bracing. I mean, yeah, he's kind of made me come into a funny position. He could have a go at some of this now with his Atlas, but he's lost quite a bit on this. Thing is, if that Atlas is close enough, he'll turn it around real quick, right? Can turn it around real quick, because it'll just, an AC-20 will just mash something here if it hits. I'd say he's going to sense lock one of these guys and have a go with the Atlas on that. We'll finish off this guy this turn here. Okay. I'm not convinced by that.
Yep.
At all. Not convinced by that one at all. What kind of move can we get? We can get to here with a move. I think we'll take a move to here. And we're just going to brace up. Maybe his theory is if he does enough damage. I mean, I did say if you do enough damage to this, then I won't hold up against this. But you're gonna start. I mean, I'm gonna get into these trees in a second. I won't probably have direct fire here. I might have some fire over here. I mean, these lights are not gonna hold up long against an Atlas at the back. Alright, he's bringing it forward. He still has no vision over here that I know of. I didn't see any red eyes. I'm pretty happy for no multi-shotting to going on here. If I could multi-shot into this, I'd be fairly happy. Alright, direct fire. With that, yeah, you're scraping off some paint.
Damage minimal.
So, does my plan or does his plan hold out better? That is the question. Probably just going to edge into here. Rotate on this. What do we got here? 80 to hit. To the front though, that's kind of annoying. Can we get to the side at all? 75. Whoa, sir. Ooh, take the 80. 80? Hello? There we go. Alright, so we're going to rotate a bit here. Try and... Hello? Rotate? Try and be fairly okay with this.
On my way.
Hopefully we can start bleeding into the side instead of the front. It's a shame this is to the front. We just need one missile to hit the center torso. And there it is. There it is. The scary thing is he's going to get focused through all these lights dying. We probably need to concentrate on the commando over here a little, since we know this is his sensor locker. This guy doesn't seem to have great tactics. He doesn't seem to have all that much vision. What's there in this? Is 90 damage versus, I think, 110, 120. So we probably want to... Yeah, I think we want to go for the commando if we can. Now, is he going to consider throwing in the Panther towards me? I'm not sure about that. Or do you use the Panther for vision here? He's using Panther for vision. He's going to fire with that Panther probably. I do not know about that move. We'll definitely gang that Panther then. We can fire with everybody onto this. Ooh, harsh miss. Whoa! Missing with everything. The other thing he's having issues with is he doesn't have a lot of evasion going built up here. And that is going to cost him pretty harsh. I'd rather shoot into the front of this. We're going to reserve down. We'll see if he moves this. Surely he won't move this. He could consider... I mean, he doesn't want to give vision. Yeah, okay, he's not going to... I'll probably jump the Panther here. Can we get somewhere where he has no vision? He has no vision from here. 4 evasion. I'm kind of happy for that. Well, 3 evasion. And then we fire in with arc light. And then we fire in with the Atlas. These trees, they're not going to hold up so well for him. He's lost his evasion. He'll probably, if he reserves this, I'm okay with that. We will fire with arc light from wherever we can that is out of vision.
Yeah.
It's a shame that's into the side, but I'd rather just stay as safe as I can. Man, these are some really poor shots, I tell you. We don't want to go in for that vision though. I'd rather just be out of vision. 2 evasion's a little scary, because we are presenting ourselves exactly like he is. 3 evasion gives us 1 bit after he sensor locks us. I guess we just go in for that then.
Heading out.
It's a real shame we're firing to the side. The side's no good to us. There's nothing in there. It's just a filler arm really. There is what? There's, I think there's not that. Yeah, it's just a filler arm, except for the ammo, right? But
Roger.
I mean, we'll be lucky if we hit that ammo. We will be super lucky. We will get one turn on this guy to have a go. The Panther now needs to still give me vision, but probably in a form that I'm happy with here. So he has no vision here. He's going to have to probably lock with one of these guys. Depending on what he's got, this might be really close to the Atlas actually. If he's got a focus, then this might hurt a lot. Might hurt a super amount, but so if he sense locks this, we'll be down to a 4 evasion. We're braced. If he can get around and fire all of his weapons, we should be okay. And by should be, I mean maybe. This guy though, I don't know about this guy. He's gonna take a lot of ground pounding to the face. Really, we still can't get around on... He's positioned it fairly okay, because I can't fire into the front, which is what I'd really like. I think we're just going to fire in with everything. We might actually knock this guy and be fairly happy with that. We will fire... Yeah, we'll definitely fire in everything. If we can knock him... Oh, 70 to hit and we miss. Then we should be able to... Oof. Core him out the next round. So then he'll be down to possibly just the commando for vision. If we can take that commando, he'll have to come in with the Atlas. We can kind of swarm him with a bunch of lights. We do still have to be very careful though. So he's got a couple of choices here. He knows this one's probably braced since it didn't fire. He's just going to run in for vision. Ooh, he is. He's probably got vision on this guy. Here we go. He's going to turn it around and do his own firing in. Luckily, our evasion's probably going to do a fair bit of work here. He might fire in with, move forward and fire with this, so that he can put in a fair chunk of damage. All of these guys will gang up on the Panther. We'll remove the Panther now. And then we will look to move on the commando. See, if I was, I don't know. If I was him, I would have... He's probably taken too few sensor lockers here. I thought about this bit, and I thought the only way to really do this is probably giving Apex here and giving a couple of sensor lockers down here, so that if you do lose people, you still have them. He's keeping to the trees. Does make me think that's Apex. He's trying to keep cover here. If it was anyone else, you could probably move forward and brace, have bulwark going for you, and be happy. But it's not looking too good. Not looking too good at all. We'll see in a sec if these are 4s. They are not. That is not Apex. Alright. I definitely think that this needs to be Apex, because you want to use those LRMs, right? To do pretty reasonable damage. This is a little scary. And by a little scary... Oh, that's probably the best we're going to get, right? Might just reserve down. He might move his commando here. If he's smart, he's going to reserve. And he'll keep going on. Probably, I'd say Arclight's going to get hammered here a bit. We'll see what he wants to do. Just reserve is what I would probably do here. And hope that I reserve. Because if I reserved like an idiot, he could get this mech off the ground and be away with it. As it is, he's probably going to take close to a couple of hundred damage to the torso. And I'm fairly sure a Panther does not agree with a couple of hundred damage to the torso. Seem to think about it though. He could go... He could know that I haven't moved this, so he could go deep here and fire on this again. But you're risking your only sensor locker to do that. If you don't move, that's an even scarier proposition. Alright, we're good now. So what we're going to do is we're going to move Arclight here as far forward as we can. Yeah, no vision. So we should, if we finish this off, he shouldn't be able to see Arclight. He'll have to push forward here and go on us. And we should do enough damage to just hopefully blast this guy out of the water here. That's one. We'll have another one from over here. We need to keep you as fast moving as we can. I'll keep to the trees. He's probably going to have a focus by now, though. I mean, we've killed 2 mechs already.
Copy that.
We've legged a fair bit here as well. So things are not looking good. We will probably jump Witness across this way and Sense Lock over here. I suspect he doesn't have enough vision to get me with... I'll probably take to the water. I'd like the water. I'm hoping that he doesn't have enough vision for this. In fact, you're not giving up your PPC. That's fine for me. We'll rotate you like so. And we'll just lock over here. That way we can drop the rounds from... Come on, lock for me, buddy. We're having some clicking issues. That way we can drop the rounds from the Atlas. We'll probably push our Atlas forward now. Because I want to brawl with my Atlas on his Atlas. Just to take some of those focuses if he's got them. So now you've got to push forward with your Atlas. If you want to get any sort of game going on here. For the poor guy, he might abandon. I mean, this is... If you were a new player and you felt like this, I'd feel pretty bad. And I'd probably be considering the rage quit. But hopefully he sticks. Come on, Geo Black, stick for me, buddy. I want to have a fight here. Ooh. He's got to have a focus, right? I don't know if he's got vision, though. If he doesn't have vision, he's got a brace here. If he's got vision, it's probably going to be a focus onto the Panther. We might lose the Panther here. 90s, 95s to hit with all of the Atlas equipment is humongous. It is a lot of damage. Oh, buddy. Alright. He surprisingly doesn't have focus. I do wonder, though, sometimes. I do wonder if people forget that they have focus and they don't do it.
Standing by.
Because, to me, I feel like you should be using your focus all the time if you have it. Especially against something like that. You could do a fair chunk of damage. If you overheated, you could just smash this thing, right? We're just going to march down this hill with our Atlas. There's no point in sticking to the back.
Taking the shot.
Put what we can into the Commando. We'll probably concentrate on the Commando if we can. It is 100 and something damage, as I did say. It's a lot of stability damage as well. So if we can get him out of the way, then we can look to just group up on the Atlas. Keep him knocked down. Keep him punished. I don't know if he probably has vision of this. He might fire on this. Which would be a very bad move. Are you going to brace there? Or are you going to fire on one of these guys? You're going to fire on one of these guys? Okay. He's using these hills pretty well. They're kind of annoying. But if he fires from there, we're just going to probably throw someone in on this. Ooh, buddy. Arclight's like, yo, my armor is not holding up.
Standing by.
Yeah, so he's rotated enough to be a real pest there. I think I might just throw most of my mechs in on this guy. Push him out, and then group up on the Atlas. I mean, the Atlas could kill us here. He could just backshot us, right? Arclight's pretty much dead. So we'll just go in completely balls deep here.
I'm on it.
Arclight's like, sir, you sure about this? You sure? And I'm like, yeah, don't worry, buddy. Don't worry about it at all. You are tip-top shape, my friend. Tip-top shape. Really? We have to give some... Okay, we got trees from here. I was like, we have to give some real sketchy flimming vectors right now. Luckily, I guess most of this is into the center. I would prefer the side, but center will have to do. I mean, he's already lost one arm. He's got no evasion. He is dead. He is Down and dead. Good thing is I've still got the Panther to go here, and the reason that's good is because I can put a shot into this guy with the PPC.
I hear ya.
And we should be able to give him a bit of a sense issue. I'm going to jump for this, just so he can't get too close. I'd rather the Panther survives here than one of the commandos. The commandos do more damage, but the sensor jamming thing I think is going to maybe come in handy for us. This is going to be real brutal. He's probably just going to smash one of these guys down. Hopefully this rock face forces him to come around, because if he's got any sort of bulwark going on here, we are not going to be able to fight into that well. And then it's going to turn into a fair bit of a brawl. If we're lucky, we can maybe keep one of our mechs to the back and keep shooting him. And I mean lucky, because we're going to need to keep some mechs alive here. Alright, swinging around into the forest. Is he going to punch someone? Surely he didn't have vision for that. I hope he didn't. I'd say we're going to get focused though. Hopefully no multi-shot and he just jams it all into Arclight. And then we can maybe swing around and start doing some scary work here. Ooh, this is going to hurt, Arclight. Ah, you're fine, buddy. You're fine. That's crazy. If he had a focus, I would have definitely have used that.
Aye,
Really? I'm tempted for this water so that we can fire everything. I think we just keep marching towards him. It's probably the better way. We'll run distraction with this. If he fires on the Atlas, I'm fairly happy. If he doesn't, then so be it. Fire everything. We're just going to rock this guy's boat. Ooh. The AC-20 is going to do the most work for us. He could turn and fire his AC-20 in now. Unsteady as well. Man, we're going to knock this guy over.
I'm here.
Arclight, I need you to probably look to swing on this guy a little. How far can you get? 2 evasion. Wow, that sounds terrible, buddy. At least you'll be shooting him from behind. You have lost a nice SRM, an RSRM. Indeed. But, you know what? We'll shoot him from behind so that hopefully he swings for us. If he swings for this, then the Atlas gets to shoot him behind. If he doesn't, well, he doesn't. We are going to try and probably move most of my mechs like this. The reason I want to do this is I want to keep evasion up. Standing in the trees with no evasion, I mean, it's 25% less, but I mean, the lights are just going to get smashed here. They're just going to absolutely take a beating and a half. We are chewing through this armor. Once you get down like this, once it becomes a couple of mechs versus your one, it becomes really hard. PPC shot to the torso as well. I could maybe get in for the SRMs, but I don't think we will. If I was this guy, I'd get up. Would I punch one of these? Maybe. If I had vision, I might consider the punch. Yeah, okay, so he took the entrench route. I'm kind of on the... I'm on the fence about whether the bulwark's better. Focus? You gotta have a focus, right? Surely he focuses onto this and just blasts it. At least we get to keep going through the water. We're going to have a focus in a second as well. It won't make too much difference. I mean, Apex will be able to 100% shoot him anyway, but... Ooh, Arclight. See, I feel like... I don't know what this guy is doing. Heat-wise, I mean, he's fine.
Yes, Commander.
Absolutely fine. So... I don't know if he's really new, but I definitely would, I'd definitely be giving my all to this weapon fire here. He has managed to rotate on us, so we are just going to be firing into sort of armor here, but, you know, we'll just slowly march towards him, shred what we can here and there. I mean, this guy every turn is going to get knocked, probably. Just not going to be good times for him at all. Arclight. You just want to keep giving it to him. You can't quite get round to the back here. We'll take trees, though. I'll take trees. Definitely take trees. I mean, we're only firing to the side, but it's all good. Shredding that armor left, right, and center. He'll get knocked. He'll have a hard time firing. The PPC is going to do a nice bit of work as well.
What do you need?
What can we do here? Can keep you in some trees as well, and 3 evasion.
Roger.
You got to keep that evasion up. We're going to have to probably turn off some weapons here. I'd say the SRMs are going to overheat us. Ooh, heat neutral with just SRMs. All right, I'll take that. Another knockdown. I mean, this guy, the armor is just on the floor around him, right? It's just bleeding it off. We're going to probably move in with the Panther now.
I hear ya.
I don't see too much need to stay towards the back. Engage that SRM. And we will blast him in the torso here. And we're having some mouse issues. Please no.
Be good.
I would like to finish this guy off. Ooh. Come on, Mr. Mouse. Don't be like that.
And like it.
You'll take it and you'll like it. You will, sir. Alright, he's going to get up again. He's taken a PPC and knocked down. I mean, life is super hard. He's pretty much sat his ass on top of his own comrade there, which is a little awkward. Alright, he's just teabagging this guy. I mean, it's probably why he looks so crushed up. I mean, imagine a 100-ton Atlas falling on you. It's probably not the best of feelings. What we... Whew. Oh, he keeps backing up. He really likes Arclight here. Kind of wish... this is pretty good for him, actually. Pretty good, because now we're going to have to come out of this water. We're going to have to probably ease off on some of the weapons we're firing here. Surely he has a focus, though. Yeah, alright. I don't know why he's not using his focus. He could have probably pretty much just destroyed Arclight in one go here. But he has
Commander.
chosen not to. We're going to have to come out of this mud. Alright, we're not going to fire the AC either. Try and save some heat while we just slowly march on this guy. We'll sandblast him with a few lasers. Looks like we're not going to get the knockdown this turn, which is a little unfortunate. We might have to look at possibly bringing Arclight around this way. See if he follows for this. Possibly. Possibly, sir. Follow me. Follow me indeed.
Copy that.
Luckily, he can't back too far up this way. Otherwise, he loses vision on Arclight. I've given the arms where he can just blast me, but...
Yep.
So... be it, I say. So be it.
On it.
Blockade will continue around this way. At least we can get some work done here. We're going to not be able to fire the PPC in, which is super unfortunate. AC-20 crit. Medium laser destroyed. He's having a rough day.
What can I do for you?
What can you do for me? You can just stomp forward into the water, probably. So you can go for a sprint. Probably into this water. Help you cool off a bit. Get ready to do some work. Get ready to do everything, I feel. So now he either has to stay here, or he goes on blockade, or he comes for Arclight. Hopefully he comes for Arclight, because at the moment I'd prefer not to have to chase him halfway across the map to finish off a very, very damaged Atlas. I mean, there's got to be holes in this armor, bits and pieces are falling out of his mech. I mean, he's lost weapons. He's not looking good. He could finish off Arclight here, though. So, what do you do? Personally, I'd probably go for a punch into the side of Arclight, knowing that I'm going to finish that. Otherwise, there's not too many options left for him. And it looks like he is running that clock low. Please, sir, do not time out. Do not time out on me. Oh, here we go. Decision's made. He is backing on up, and he's going to hose down. Oh, ran out of time.
Awaiting orders.
It's alright, buddy. You can run out of time. We'll keep marching forward.
On the move.
firing the AC. We've got breaching, so we'll be fine for this entrench here. And we will attack, sir. Attack. 95, straight through. Ooh, that arm. Heat sink. Destroyed. Buddy. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. We'll just keep marching forward if we need to. We do not want to do that. We want to reserve in.
Holding for the right opportunity.
Aye,
Aye.
probably go for a punch on the center, I guess.
Acknowledged.
Shred off this entrench. I mean, we do 35 damage versus, I don't know, whatever we do with SRMs, which is probably not as much as everyone else is about to do this guy.
Aye, aye.
To the front, I think is, to the side's okay. Probably destroy this arm. Are we actually heating up? Thought we were heat neutral, but there must be a little slither in there of heat generated. Alright, the laser will do. The laser will do us. Still a lot of arm to go through, unfortunately. A lot of arm. Hopefully he turns and punches this. I mean, it's not much left, but we're gonna have to sprint on round. Yeah, we'll sprint to there. Why not? Why not? Surely you gotta punch this, right, buddy? Come on, Geo. You know you just want to just smash my commando. Look at it. It's staring at you. It just says, beat me. Beat me like your eggs. Come on. Turn and shoot. Turn and shoot. Are you going to back up again? Come on. There's nothing left. There's nothing left of your mech. It's gonzo. Well, Arclight's like, whoa, I got no center torso. Alright, well done, Arclight. You have, you've bitten the dust. You have indeed finally bitten the dust here. We will march on in, though. Have we got enough heat for this? We do. We'll probably focus for this.
Damn, let's do this.
If he's not going to use focus, so be it, but, I think we're just going to chew the side out of this guy. Rip him down. Had enough of all this. There we go. Absolutely hammered apart.
Mission successful.
Not bad. I mean, for the loss of one commando, I'd be pretty happy to take back bits and pieces of the enemy's atlas. What did we have here? So, Paradise, definitely not good. Kraken, that's okay. Wildfire, maybe. And Buckshot. Definitely makes me think this guy was brand new, especially the way he was reserving. I mean, and having Paradise and a non-jump mech. Yeah, he's got okay gunnery, he's got okay movement skills, but for that you're losing. What do you gain? You gain Angel of Death, which does you nothing, and you gain evasion. Whereas instead, you could take something like Showboat and have your movement there. So he only had one sensor locker as well, which led him into real issues of moving forward and having zero vision. I mean, the guy was really struggling for vision there. Really struggling. Whereas you could see, I could grab a couple of mechs at a time, fire in, and I wasn't having to use sensor lock as much as I thought I would. Whereas I could just grab vision with people like Witness, who has pretty high tactics, and Arclight as well. But oh well, good learning lessons for him. And with that, we'll take a break. Tune in next time for more adventures of BattleTech. Hey guys, thanks again for watching. If you like what you've seen, hit that subscribe button or leave me a comment on anything you want to see in the future.